Hey guys, Dark Wolf here. Give everybody a minute to get in the chat. I got some stuff to explain to you guys and show you exactly what I found. We're going to go through a couple different things tonight. I do need to go over here and grab the chat real quick. Guess it would help if I clicked on the right one, huh? Give me just a moment to get the chat pulled up. Hopefully you guys are coming in. Waiting for Martha in her stream. She was talking about it quite a bit. I love being over on Martha's stream. Just a moment to get pause that. At least I know the audio is going out. Now if the rest of YouTube will please load, that would be great. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night or day. Hope y'all had a great Mother's Day. I went out and had some fun with a friend of mine and her daughter. It was a great time. Hey, Pre. Hey, Claire. Go ahead and get the chat real quick. Get it popped out and get this window closed so I'm not using as much, which I don't know why I did that because I'll be using it here again in just a minute. But while the chat's popping, all right. So I've been studying up on magnesium. And me and Chick and SMQ been doing a little work into it, especially me and Chick. We've done a whole lot of digging into this. And we found quite a bit. Hey, Boom. Like I said, this is just a quick stream. This is nothing fancy. But, you know, I've studied a lot of different paranormal stuff. This is nothing fancy. Oh, quit it. Okay, I've studied a lot of paranormal stuff in my time. And one time I was discussing with a guy, he said, how much chocolate milk do you drink? I said, what? How much chocolate milk do you drink? I said, what do you mean? He said, as a time traveler or a person who practices astral projection or anything like that, it takes a lot of sugar out of your body, and you should drink a lot of chocolate milk to replenish the sugar. Thought I'd never heard that before, but I ate a lot of Reese's Cups, so that's probably it. And then I ran across some research that I need to pull up real quick. It was done about a year ago, and I have to thank Mandela affected for this research. If I can get it to pull up here real quick, I'll show you guys what I found, or what he found, actually. I decided to type into YouTube Mandela effect and magnesium. And I know you guys can't see the screen yet. I want to get it pulled up before I start screen sharing over here. So, application window, this one. All right, so Mandela Affected, as you see here, did a video about 10 months ago, actually, explaining traces of depletion after each shift. And it's only a couple minutes, but I'm going to let him explain what's going on here. And I love the sound of his intro, by the way. Right here. I just love the way that sounds. I think that's so cool.
For the past 6 months, I've been compiling some results that I've been getting from over 40 people regarding blood tests. Now, some of these people, or the majority I should say, these people do have various conditions. Some of them don't, but what they've been doing is helping get these results by just going to the doctors after there's been a shift and saying, look, I've got the headaches, I've got this buzzing, or I'm feeling lethargic, or I've got various itching, there's all sorts of things. So they're getting these blood tests done. So they'll have one prior to a shift and after a shift. And the results have been quite interesting. Now, a lot of people, when there's been a shift, you get that knackered feeling, you're really drained with it all, you need a couple of days to build yourself back up. And what I found consistent is every time there's a shift, your magnesium levels drop. So whatever they're at prior to it, they might be fine, might be normal, maybe a little bit above, who knows? But after it, they'll plummet.
So I'd forgotten about this video about watching this about a year ago. And during my interview with Chick, she mentioned magnesium had been taken out of people's bodies. So I decided to actually dig into this and figure out exactly what magnesium was for. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to recreate some of this search. What is magnesium used for in the body? Now, this is where it gets really interesting, guys. Let me go and grab the chat real quick, make sure. All right, pretty quiet. Is anybody even still watching? I got a couple of viewers. Okay. Magnesium is needed for more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body. It helps to maintain normal nerve and muscle function, supports a healthy immune system, keeps the heartbeat steady, helps bones remain strong. Here's the interesting part, guys. This is the part that threw me for a loop. It also helps regulate blood glucose levels and aid in the production of energy and protein. So blood glucose levels, that's sugar. That is simple sugar, sugar in the blood. So why is that important? Well, I just mentioned a couple minutes ago, when anytime you astral travel, anytime you shift now, as we see, anytime that there's a large paranormal experience, magnesium is pulled from the body, which most people thought it was sugar that they were replacing, but it's not the sugar. It's the blood glucose level. This also matches in line with Scotty, Baylo, and SMQ mentioning that they had a sudden affinity for Butterfinger. But it's not the Butterfinger and the sugar, it's the peanuts and the peanut butter in the Butterfinger that's putting the magnesium back in the body. Now, here's another thing. A lot of people thought, well, I have headaches a lot of times. Can magnesium deal or affect headaches? Check this out, guys. I found even more interesting. And apparently I can't spell today, but yeah. Rather than triggering a headache, magnesium is sometimes used to prevent headaches, primarily migraine type. Get medical clearance for taking magnesium supplements. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice and by any means whatsoever. I'm just showing you the information that I found. Good thing about too much magnesium is you can't take too much. Or taking very large is possibly unsafe, but all it's going to do is cause loose stools. Serious side effects including irregular heartbeat, low blood pressure, confusion. Okay, see, that's new to me. It used to be low doses. Anyway, a lot of the shift symptoms. Now, here's another thing. What's really got me? What are the symptoms of magnesium deficiency? You're going to like this, guys. You're going to love this. Check this out. So, symptoms of magnesium deficiency: muscle twitches and cramps. Twitches, tremors, muscle cramps are a sign of magnesium deficiency. A lot of times I get the eye twitch, sometimes the arm. Mental disorders, osteoporosis, fatigue and muscle weakness, high blood pressure, asthma, irregular heartbeat. That was some of them. It's not the list I thought I was looking at, though. Give me a moment. There's another list. There's more information. I just got to find it. We know about the weak bones because it will take it out of the bones. High blood pressure, which could cause a lot of the headaches and things like that. Asthma, of course, irregular heartbeat. There was another list, I'm telling you guys, unless things have suddenly changed, like by the time I did this research, which was just the other day. Anyway, the blood glucose levels, the fatigue, the constant, being wore down, muscle twitches, cramps, headaches. low blood glucose. These are all symptoms of shifts. Every time we have a shift, people say, I've started getting headaches, or I've been getting body aches, or I've really been craving peanut butter, or things like that. What are signs of magnesium deficiency? See what we get here. 15 warning signs. Maybe this is the more active list. Yeah, this is the 2018 list, April 23rd, 2018. Fatigue, which we all experience quite a bit. Oh, no, it's one of those picture-to-picture. Really? This wasn't the right one either. Anyway, I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. But there's been a lot of data to show that the magnesium levels are literally being messed with each shift. We're being made deficient. It's drawing it out of us for whatever reason. This is scientific evidence to back the fact that we are shifting. There was something else in here, and I can't remember what it was right off the top of my head. But I went to look up, so I was watching SMQ, and he was talking about pyramids. So now I just went out of curiosity, what is the molecular model of magnesium? Now this is even better. Images. This is not magnesium. Here it is. No, that's not it either. Egad. This is not turning out right. Why in the world is this not turning out right and making this into a horrible mess? What does the molecular model of magnesium look like? There it is. That's the one, magnesium right there. I don't know what you guys see, but it looks to me like a pyramid with two beams coming out the top of it. Or maybe one beam with two solid lines. Anyway, just thought that was a really weird curiosity within that. I don't understand how it connects to resonant frequency. And okay, I'm not sure how it connects to resonant frequency. I'm really not yet. But if anybody wants to start, especially if it's a person that goes to the doctor a lot, if you would like to submit your blood test information or information about that, we've started a Reddit. Chick started the Reddit for us. She's done some amazing work there, and I appreciate everything she's done for us over there. To go submit your information, and we're getting data on that slowly. A lot of people are reporting the headaches. That's been the main thing coming out of that data is the headaches. What about the sixth wave we just started 2 days ago? I don't know about that. The last shift in my data was last weekend. Ever since then, we've had Mandela effects coming forward or being found. Last Saturday, according to my data, was the shift. And I've got a marker that I've been watching. If I have enough time for it working, I'll actually share it with you guys. But I've got a marker that I found within the Schumann data that tells me there's been a shift. So if it continues to be accurate like it was this time, I will definitely share that with you guys. I did think that was odd about the shape of the magnesium thing, though. Something else, and I probably should have stayed on screen sharing, actually. Something else I wanted to show you guys. I looked up the news the other day. No, I don't want to share that. This is the window I want. Okay. So I was looking at the news the other day, and I found a really interesting article. We finally got articles coming out reporting the Mandela effect, not making fun and ridiculing it. And I'm an images, so okay. It went back out at images. But there's one of them that I was really intrigued by. I was wondering if you guys have memories of this too. I don't. but I was wondering if you guys do, and maybe I should do this another way. Here it is right here. Shoot, right on top. This is April 17th, 2018. So this article here is about a guy who went to write a letter. He had heard about the Mandela effect, of course. And he actually gives it a pretty good rundown as far as what it's about. Somehow the outdoors world has remained largely untouched by this comic snafu known as the Mandela effect until now. While combing Reddit, I came across a post from user Babs25 in an Ask Reddit subreddit that gave pause. It was a simple question. What happened to the hiker emoji? I knew exactly which one she was referring to, a small picture available on most phone messages that depicts a person wearing shorts and a backpack with trekking poles. I remember a mountain in the background, and when I checked my phone to confirm, the person proved me correct. Or it was proved correct, it was gone. It wasn't until I Googled the question for myself I realized something was deeply wrong. There is no hiker emoji, and by all accounts, there never was. The more the author Googled, the more frantic he became. How could this be? So he reached out to the other person on a whim. I had to know what they were talking about, if they were both experiencing the same presumed deja vu or if I was alone. The response was swift. Quote, it was like the walking emoji, but he had a backpack on and 2 hiking sticks. I can't find it anywhere. I remember it so vividly. With my jaw planted firmly on the ground, I did some sleuthing. But basically, there was no hiker emoji, yet a lot of people remember this particular one. This is not ripping on the Mandela effect. This is straight up reporting on a Mandela effect. Like, there's no sarcasm in here. I read the entire article. You can go back and read it yourself. It's gearjunkie.com, missing hiker emoji. But there's no ridicule or satire or anything like that in this article. So I'm really glad to see this on multiple levels. Number one, hey guys, there's a new Mandela effect you might not have known of, the hiker emoji. On another, it's good to see the news finally being open to what's really going on and reporting it as they should. It's the only one I found so far. But do you guys remember this emoji? Personally, I didn't do a lot of hiking before, and I will be doing this summer, but I didn't kind of keep my eye on that one. I don't use a whole lot of emojis myself. But I thought that was really, really odd. And while we're here, let's just check the Mandela effect news and see if we do have anything. I've been quite surprised lately. I really have. It's mainly been, the X-Files and whatnot, but there's been some. How your mind is playing tricks. Of course, not all the articles are nice to us. Matter of fact, that's the first one I've seen so far that was. I thought that really, really interesting. That they were reporting a Mandela effect. Legitly reporting on the Mandela effect in the news. So, but I really feel we're on a breakthrough. I've never seen it. I've never used, or I remember seeing it. I never used it, and it's definitely not here now. Is at the beach today. No waves. Really? Really? I wonder if you still streaming over in your channel, Jim? Jimmy? I just looked at it before I came over here to stream. Got a little bit of a late start. Martha Jane went a little while, so I let her go before I started up. But I really think we're onto something with this magnesium, guys. It controls... Oh, there's some. What functions are controlled by magnesium? It helps regulate blood glucose levels and aids in production of energy and protein. There's ongoing research into the role of magnesium in preventing and managing disorders such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and again, diabetes. So we keep coming back to this sugar, which of course is directly tied to magnesium. I don't want to get too in-depth into biochemical stuff. I've been really looking into that a lot. What is magnesium used for? It also uses a laxative constipation, preparation of the bowel for surgical procedures, is an antacid for acid indigestion. There's just something to this. Now, here's an interesting thing. How does magnesium affect the kidneys? Check this out. Magnesium supplements can cause excessive accumulation of magnesium in the blood, especially with patients with chronic kidney disease. Does not damage. Okay, now this is different information than what I was finding before. What does magnesium regulate in the body? I had a whole lot more. I know I did, guys. It's driving me nuts. The main thing is the blood glucose, though. That's the main thing. And I wonder with the body changes if that isn't a reason that our magnesium is being affected now. Wow, I had so much more information. I know what I'll do. I'll stop the screen share a minute and I'll go get all the information I had. I know where I put it. If I can find the right window to stop screen share. There we are. All right, so let me go grab this information real quick and I'll get right back to you. See, I logged on or most of my findings here in an email to one of my research partners. So all I got to do is pull back up the email and I'll have the information. Thirst. There's another thing, because the blood glucose levels are so low, a lot of people report being thirsty all the time. Well, diabetics can't get enough to drink. Therefore, it would also be important, once again, to the blood glucose levels and or glucose, I keep saying glucose levels and all the water intake needed in the body due to the ups and downs thereof. And it's being slow to load the information, but I've got the information here, guys. I'm going to find it. I'm telling you. I know it's here. If it will quit stalling and actually load for me. There we go. Now we're loading. Give me 1 second to get this information here. Here we go. Yeah. It's responsible for many, many functions in the body. Where did I put the rest of the information? Dadgummit. Give me a second. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is a big one. Okay. Now, here was the other thing that they got me. I remember what it was now. Foods are high in magnesium. This is what made the link when we started on Chick's stream. She was talking about how everybody was craving Butterfingers and peanut butter, and come to find out, nuts have peanuts especially have a very high magnesium content, along with certain fruits, green leafy vegetables, legumes, beans of any type, and seafood. Now, this would explain also why some people feel the shifts harder than others do. Because if somebody is already eating a lot of salmon, like my friend eats salmon every day, so they've got a higher buildup of magnesium in their system, opposed to a person that doesn't eat as much fish and whatnot, or as much magnesium daily, wouldn't have that buildup, so they would affect them more, and they'd have more of the shift symptoms like the headaches and the thirst and the crazy fatigue and the which makes the weird sleeping patterns, 16-hour sleeping patterns and whatnot, things of that nature. Could be the lowered magnesium opposed to a person who's higher in the magnesium. So if it takes out of them, it won't affect them as badly. That was another part of the theory that really made a lot of sense to me as far as shift symptoms go, why it's affecting some more than others, and it could be due to the fact of the amount of magnesium you have to begin with in your system. Why magnesium? That's the one thing that I cannot figure out. Why that particular element? I've not been able to find the link yet between that, the Schumann, and actual resonances and whatnot, but I think SMQ is onto some with the cymatics in the water. Here's something I've not looked at. Cymatics magnesium. See if they have anything. Cymatics therapy. Huh. Oh, tinnitus. Now check this out. So I looked to see if any research had been done to see whether or not magnesium affects tinnitus. And what I found was magnesium helps maintain normal nerve function, including nerves that are involved in hearing. If glutamate is unregulated by deficiency in magnesium, it may affect the development of tinnitus. Magnesium also helps to relax blood vessels, which may improve blood flow to... Okay, no, and no. This has changed within the couple days that I did this research. Because when I just did this research the other day, it said there had been no definitive answer. Can magnesium cause tinnitus? Because the body easily eliminates excess magnesium, toxicity is nearly unknown, although an excess can cause loose stools. Deficiency is quite common and can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, irritability, and insomnia. Muscle cramps, fatigue, irritability, and insomnia. That was the other thing. Personality differences. Magnesium effect. See, this is weird. When I looked this up the other day, it literally said that there was no defined link between tinnitus and magnesium. They had not found one. The tests were inconclusive as of like last year. Now, this information all of a sudden comes up with the same test that I ran the other day, same wording and whatnot, and it's completely new information, guys. But that's even better information for me. I mean, what it's saying is magnesium deficiency actually does cause tinnitus. So it would explain the ear ringing too, guys. But still, that's not what it said the other day. I must have done that research before the shift, most likely. Most likely. Something, what else was I about to talk about? Oh, yeah. Magnesium affect personality. Here's the other one that got me. I knew there was one missing off that list, and it'd just take me a minute to remember what it was. Above symptoms may be neurological signs of magnesium deficiency. Adequate magnesium is necessary for nerve conduction, also associated with electrolyte imbalances that affect the nervous system. Low magnesium is associated with personality changes and sometimes depression. Guys, this is shift symptoms if I've ever seen it. Rooster, very true. If calcium is too much, they go hand in hand. Everyone is usually deficient in magnesium, more than likely because we get too much calcium, which can block magnesium. That's true. But it's the more research I did on this and the more of a deep dive I did, the more I found that the shift symptoms line up with the lack of magnesium. For whatever reason, it's being drawn out of us. And yes, I'll give calcium that. But why is it exactly when shifts happen that we have these symptoms? That's the only thing that I can't explain with the calcium. The only thing, because I did find that too. There's a couple things that affect magnesium, calcium being one of them. I can't remember the other one right off the top of my head. I've got so much going on up there right now. It's hard to put it all together. But the personality changes, the depressions, the fatigue, just all the different, the headaches, all the different symptoms are related directly to magnesium. And like I said before, psychics, astral projectors, people who do claim time travel, world walkers, whatever it is, they always claim that you need to eat sugar to put the sugar back in your body. However, I don't think it was the sugar that was lacking. I think it was the magnesium, because it controls the sugar glucose levels. That next level controlling the sugar, I think, is what was actually being depleted. Anytime, especially shamans, I would assume when they do the world walking, if you don't know what that is, look into it. It's very intriguing. You ever question the shifting in multiple worlds? Look into world walking with shamans. Matter of fact, I'm willing to bet they have the same symptoms. World walkers. Check this out, guys. I thought this was kind of hooey at first, but this is interesting. Maybe I need to type it the right way. Nope, even better. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get the wording right. Once I get the wording right, we're in. Walker between the worlds. Oh, that's just a book. No. Where's the information? I don't want the book. I'm not trying to sell an author. I'm trying to find information. Is this it? This might be what I was looking for right here. This is crazy, guys. I've heard multiple stories of world walkers and some of the crazy stuff they've done. To access the other world, a shaman needs to enter a state of trance, which can be achieved by the help of a drum, rattle, or various other methods. Shamans journey the other world with her body, with his or her, into the other world with her body, spirit body. Okay. The other world is a place of great potential, of empowerment, of knowledge. Where is the story? There's one certain story I'm looking for. I'm not even sure it's on this page. So, but there was a story about a shaman who went to another world and brought back somebody. Shaman bringing back someone from. I hope I can find this story, guys. It's probably so buried into Google, it's going to be impossible to find. Negative energy. Anyway, the story goes that they can do this. They can travel between worlds and what am I broadcasting? Hold on. What are you guys saying? Where's my? I've lost something. Oh, you guys ain't even seeing what I'm. Okay, great. I don't know how long I've not been screen sharing. Magnesium for schizophrenia. Yeah, sounds like it. Hey, Biscuit. I do appreciate everybody being here and hanging with my rambling for a little while. I know it's been kind of abstract, but anyway, there's a story of this shaman. I remember telling you in one of my videos a while back, who walked to between worlds. They don't like doing this, and this family come to them, and her husband had died, and she begged and begged and begged the shaman, and they don't like to do what I'm about to say. But finally, for the right amount of money, he finally gave in and agreed to do it. So he went to the other realm, the parallel world, if you will, walked up to the woman's husband in that world, grabbed him by the arm, and walks back into this world with him in arm. He literally brought him across dimensions. This has been done multiple times. One time, story goes, the person had multiple siblings here that they did not have there. And it didn't have siblings. There was a mixed match of siblings that weren't right. And it literally drove them insane. This story, the guy literally walked by his own grave every day as he walked to work. The one whose wife brought him back. So there's been multiple stories of shamans walking between worlds. That's why the shifting theory is so popular and so probably pretty close to on point, is because of the amount of world walkers stories and shaman stories there is. I wish I could find the rest of the shamanic stories like that. All I can find now is stories about souls, soul retrieval, Maybe it's under danger to shaman because they really don't like doing things like that. Let me see if I can phrase the question right. Can shamans? I'm gonna go ahead and do a screen share so you guys can see what's going on here with me. Application right there. Can shamans walk between dimensional planes? Can shamans walk between dimensional planes? Don't you hate it when you forget to click in the darn search bar and you type it all out and look up? There's nothing there. Oh, wow. See if I can find this one. There's got to be a story in here somewhere. I'm eventually going to find at least one story about this. Peruvian plains, astral plane. Okay, here we go. I think I found something. Shamanic Journeys page. What do we got here? When timelines converge and planets align, ancient ceremonies open portals between dimensional planes. Spirits ride the winds. Instructions were recorded by shamans on stone walls and inside caves where these vast troves of pictorial art illustrate shamanic journeys. Stories of meeting with ancient teachers of mankind in eons past lay silent, awaiting the ones who can hear once again. When the stars are positioned and ceremonies are performed with intention, vast knowledge can be accessed by touching the glyphs in specific configuration. Encoded interactive holograms appear. Ancient dolems are the voice activated gateways. Now, I don't know how true this is. This is on a website of opinion. I can't verify any information here, so just bear with that. Take it with a grain of salt. Pictographs and petroglyphs are the instruction manuals for interdimensional travel left for us to activate at this very time and moment. The changing of the worlds awaits us. This might not be what I was looking for. Excuse me. Soul retrieval. I'm trying to see where it talks about walking between the worlds. Shaman in the spirit world. A successful shamanic journey requires vast amounts of focused energy. Shamanic connection with their own spirit guides, protection, and access to unlimited energies from the source. Spirit guides are interdimensional entities who have interest in assisting humans on Earth plane. So this doesn't look like exactly what I'm looking for either. I can't find the story I'm looking for. It's just not here now. I know I've seen it before. Shamans traveling between worlds and bringing things back. Maybe this will give me something. Oh, nope, another Amazon book. I don't want Amazon books. I want information. All right, so I'm going to have to do some research later for you guys and see what I can find to bring that up. But really interesting stuff. If you guys want to do some research on your own. Shaman dimensional travel. All right, let's try it. Shaman dimensional travel. Maybe I had too much in the question. New Earth shamans create fifth dimensional doorways. What we got here? Somebody was doing my work for me. Thank you. Many light workers are stepping into the world. Here, let me make this bigger so you guys can see it. Stepping into new roles as New Earth shamans capable of traveling in consciousness to past, present, and future timelines to facilitate healing and awakening for themselves and others. One of the first things he shown learned is how to step free of time loops to ensnare consciousness. Time loops are, in a sense, reality engineering by thought viruses. You know, I've wondered about that too. Viruses, if this could be some type of virus, a thought virus. I've never heard it put like that. It's like looks like another person. Yeah, this is another personal made Zeta Celestial Vision. I'll come back to that later and look at that. Now I'm looking for a little bit more. What are we? Sacred Serpent. I keep coming back to the Sacred Serpent. What's this? Coming obstacles on journeying. I want to find the story where they talk about bringing people back. Transcenduction, the drumming, the affirmation, the crossing over, setting intent, journeying, returning. This site's got all the steps for doing shamanic journeys. If anybody's interested in that. This is sacredserpent.net/journeying.html. This means for spiritual growth. I know what I probably need to do. Can shamans bring someone from another dimension? Arm pulled in dimension doorway. I'll check that next. It says they can move through the spirit world, but I know I've heard of shaman stories a lot different than that. Ayahuasca, embodied shamanism. Wow, I've really got to go back and look at some of this. This is not what I remember. How to retrieve your soul, how to call your soul back, how to do soul retrieval. I don't want soul retrieval. It's not what it's so. You said, let's use what? Arm pulled in dimension doorway. Try it. Arm pulled in dimension. And I think about this when I think about the difference in like population and the oddity there. Dimensional doorway. Yeah, I don't want to do pull-ups. Too fat to do that. Arm pulled in the doorway to the gods. Information of portals. Yeah. By the way, the other day, I guess about a week ago, we checked on the population of the world. It was at 7.6 billion. What are we setting at now? 7.6 billion. Okay, so I've been kind of watching this thing. Let me see where it's at before I say a word. We just see where it sets. Retrieving data. Okay. It's not changed like I thought it would in a couple of days. I don't know if this is being manipulated or what it is, but 7621. You guys remember that? Today's 5/14, 7621. No, we got it on here. I know you guys won't remember it, but we got it on video now. So we'll check this every so often and see how much farther up it is. I'm still not finding how to open a portal to another dimension. Here we go, guys. How do we open a portal to another dimension? Did CERN succeed? When it starts out with CERN, it's never something you can do at home. CERN. Yeah. So besides meditation, I don't know of another way. Here we go. Sorry about that. Think world pop change again. I remember 8.2. Things are going to be really crazy and no one understands or wants. Right? Nobody wants to know. I was going, oh, that's actually probably a pretty good tone to go with that, actually, Danielle. Took shaman balls and played down with them. I was going, oh, I did not even know what that was for. Interesting. Portals are extremely easy to open, she says. All right. Are mirrors portals? So you're talking about the mirror portal theory? Which comes out of ghost hunting? The mirrors are portals to the other side and realms for the spirit world to walk through? Is that actually what you're talking about as far as opening portals anytime? Extremely easy, whatever? Yeah, extremely easy to open. I ran across that a whole lot when I did ghost research, which has been a while since I've done, actually. There's something I was going to say about ufology or also earlier that they've been changed. I was trying to remember. I don't know about that one. I know you guys seen Moneybag stuff. Let's go over to Footloose. Guys, I am really, really skeptical on Mandela effects, especially if they don't pertain to me. And the only reason I do that as a researcher is try to keep a clean data pool. I don't do that to be mean or rude to anybody. I just try to make sure the data pool is without a doubt clean. So I don't like lyrics Mandela effects because it's so hard to say yay or nay. But some songs, you just know. You spinning counterclockwise 3 times and draw a circle 3 times counterclockwise, you will be standing in a portal. I will definitely mark that down. Spin counter 3x, draw circle 3x counter. Close it, turn 3x clockwise, draw the circle 3x, close. That actually, does that come from the Wiccan ritual? I'm trying to think of the right word. Yeah, Wiccan ritual of portals. So I used to study that and practice years and years ago. Forehead. I've got a bump right in the middle of my forehead that I've had all my life. It's not a pimple. It's not a zit. I've dug it out multiple times. It's come back. Oh, your secret. Okay, well, thanks for sharing that with us. Your secret just became a secret of over 300 YouTube subscribers. Over 400. 300 active. But Footloose. Back to Footloose. Some things you just know. And you know these things. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, there was one I agree with. I listened to the Moneybags video, and I've never been more 100% with Moneybags in all my entire life. This song right here, I know this song right here, guys. This song right here, as far as the chorus goes, yeah. It's always been kick off your Sunday shoes for me. Your. Kick off, yes, at best, Sunday shoes. But never the. I've looked these lyrics up more than once. And I know, because I like to sing along sometimes when I'm goofing around at home. I know what the words were. It was not the Sunday shoes. I would have noticed that pretty darn quick and went, no, wait. Evan Power tattoos. Oh, I like Evan. I like Evan a lot. Bless his heart, the man really tries. I like Evan. He's got some good information sometimes. I was going to pull up my Goodwill video. I was right, literally, guys, craziest moment. So I'm on a little mini vacation. I'm out of town, and Evan Powers releases a video, and it's about Goodwill. And I've got to pull that video up and show it sometimes. I've got it on my Google Drive. And I'll be darned if we don't stop at the gas station right as I'm hitting play. And I look up, listen to what he's talking about because I want to hear what he's saying. And I look up, and literally right across the street from me sits a Goodwill. Completely different sign than I've ever seen before. It looks like a very much older one. But I'll be darned, he released that video at the same time I was watching it. I looked up, and I watched it right as he released it. Looked up, we had stopped right in front of the Goodwill to get gas. Blew my mind. So, look over his videos, his early ones. Take a look. Okay. Have moved from his left side to the right of his body over the year, and nobody noticed it. Do you think maybe he's drawing them on? I'm not saying he is by any means whatsoever. I'm asking a question. I'm not accusing at all. Evan, if you're listening, if you're watching this, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm asking a question for scientific purposes. If it's believed that these are real, if they're being drawn on, and it looks real to me, the tattoos do. But so if they're moving, is caught in the videos that they're different. Now that's odd. Usually the ME changes it all the way across the board through the history book. Unless certain circumstances, I can't figure out why that is. Let's go take a look at some of Evan's work. I like Evan Powers, guys. I really like Evan Powers. Don't ever think I'm ripping on him. I know I've done some videos against him before in the past, only to correct information that he mistakenly put out. So, I like Evan Powers. I have no beef against him whatsoever. I think he's great. Excuse me while I wet my whistle. Looks like Glenn Mink may have gone live here, so we'll save this for another time, but I'll look into that. I will definitely look into that and see what I can do. Guys, coming up in the morning, we have Stacia Erickson joining us. Real quick, I'm going to go over here and show you who she is. She is absolutely amazing. We've been trying to get this interview for about 6 months now. Wow, I'm the first one that comes up. Nice. That is nice to know. Where's her channel, though? She has a YouTube channel. She's been releasing different parts of her book on, the book she wrote. Channel, there we go. There it is, Stacia Erickson. So, spiritual teacher, theologian. She's a Bible scholar. She's very much Mandela affected. The Mandela Effect book, she's got a couple chapters up. She's been studying Mandela Effect for quite a few years. Doc Lupo's had her on. She's been on multiple podcasts, radio shows, interviews left and right. She's wrote a multitude of other books. So, guys, definitely check us out tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Stacia will be with us. Spread the word. Definitely. We would love to have you here. This is going to be one of the biggest interviews we've done. I've been looking forward to this for so long, guys. Excuse me if I fanboy a little bit. You might actually get to see Dark Wolf do a little bit of fanboying. You never know. So make sure you check that interview out tomorrow morning, early. Just a few hours from now. As a matter of fact, about 7 hours from now. Yeah, I know, man. I am so super stoked to have her coming on this channel. I've been behind the scenes trying to get her on for literally 6 months. So go over and check her channel out. Make sure you join us in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share real quick. I really hope you're able to. If not, make sure you check the replay at least. at least. Guys, I got 13 viewers. Glenn Mink just went live. So I know what's going on over there, but my time is up. Go see what Glenn's doing. I'm sure he didn't go live just to hear himself talk. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of ME 24/7. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Remember, stay awake, but dare to dream. Bye, everybody.